and welcome to this series of the best Chinese food, and now is the time to make the vegetarian favorite, and that is Veg Manchurian. Wherever we go, when we order fried rice, the vegetarian option and the most loved option is obviously vegetable Manchurian. And how do you make it? Actually, there's a trick to make the balls, right? And let's get to that first. So to make the Manchurian balls, you need cabbage, which has to be grated. So what I have here is I have a muslin cloth which I have placed over a bowl. So what I have put in that is grated cabbage and grated carrot. You can put a little bit of salt also with this and just mix this up like this. What happens when you put salt over this is that it leaves water. So the basic problem that we face when you make Manchurian balls is that it doesn't form balls because there's so much water that you keep on adding binding agents like cornstarch and refined flour and stuff like that. So to avoid that, what you have to do is grated cabbage, grated carrot, you need to put some salt into it and then leave it aside for about 5 minutes, after which you have to squeeze out the water. So once you've squeezed out the water, and the remaining moisture which is further there in the cabbage and carrot will get adjusted when you add maida and cornstarch. A little tough to understand, but when you watch it, it will be easy. Now you hold the muslin like this, like a potli. You see this? And you know what? We're not going to throw this. We're going to use it. How? I'll show you later. So I'm just going to remove this water in a bowl because there's so much of nutrition in it. And this squeezed carrot and cabbage we'll put back in the bowl. And now to this we'll add some binding. So I'm going to add a little bit of cornstarch and refined flour. A little bit at a time, not much, because what you have to do now is you have to make bhajiyas. Knead it up nicely, and oil is also getting hot here. So we'll take small portions of this and shape them into balls. Nicely, tightly, like you make a laddu. So here goes the Manchurian balls. We'll just dust a little bit of cornstarch over it. After you've put some cornstarch, just roll the balls into it. So like this, you would have coated it. And now carefully put each ball into this kadhai of hot oil. So after you've lowered these balls in this kadhai of oil, you just have to make sure that the color is even. This needs to go a little dark in color. So what we can do is, at the same time, we can also start making our sauce. So in this pan, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some oil. And for Manchurian, we need to cut some spring onions. So the onions we'll use in the sauce, and the green part we'll use for garnish. You don't have to cut the spring onions too fine. This is good enough. And just coming back to the Manchurian balls, you see this? This is perfectly done. Switch off the heat and remove them over a kitchen towel or a tissue paper. So the Manchurian balls are done. So the oil is also hot. Now the most important thing that we need to do is we need to take our garlic right. So to make Manchurian, you need garlic, ginger. You also need some celery. So what I have here is celery which is finely chopped. Got some green chilli as well, and we have the spring onions also. So all of this we'll add to the oil. First goes the onion along with the garlic, some ginger, celery. The flavor of celery is really nice in this, and some green chilli. So this is your main masala to make the Manchurian, and make sure you have all of this there when you make the sauce. Okay, we'll let this come to a boil after we add in the stock. And remember the carrot juice, I'll add this also to this, and soya sauce, chili sauce, and a little bit of mixing at the same time. And of course some salt and some pepper. So all of this has to come to a boil. When it comes to a boil, we'll thicken it up with cornstarch. So cornstarch in a bowl, to which we'll add stock or water, whatever that you have in your kitchen. This is done, and you can see the sauce is also coming to a boil. So this is done. Now let's mix in the cornstarch. Yeah, this is perfect. The minute you add cornstarch to the sauce, it automatically gets this lovely glaze. This is done. We'll now put all the fried balls into the gravy and switch off the heat. We don't need to boil this further. And we'll just need to add a few drops of vinegar. Like this, few drops. That's it. We are done. Just mix this up like this. And let the balls stay in the sauce for some time before you're ready to serve. Say about 5 minutes in the sauce, and then you're good to go. I'm going to cut some spring onions and garnish over it. I'm going to serve this piping hot with some veg fried rice and some Hakka noodles. So what are you thinking? Get to your kitchen and make this lovely recipe. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.